all the different areas, England, United States, France, and of course your job is to stop them any way you can. Wouldn't that be nice, huh? That's it. There we go. There we go. Get up there, son.
Idiot!
Oh!
Go away from France,
Come on, come on.
Martian from another planet.
There we go.
Oh no, they've got our livestock and treasured historical
Come on.
monuments.
Come on. Oh! Barely saved that one. There you go. Just keep on hitting. Couple billion. There we go.
You are very skillful.
Destroy the saucers. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, so,
Cities will be destroyed.
No, they won't. Not while I'm alive.
hopefully...
Oh my god, this one is probably one of the ones I really like the best, even though I'm not very good at it. You don't have to be this,
What the fuck is that?
3-star. I always think he's going to let me have it. Alright, come on, let's go. Come on. Man, you were going to rack up some points in this one. Okay, here we go.
Mamma mia!
I see. Alright, so that's done. Let's see if this works now. What the you know... Now can you hear me? Clear. So stupid. I really, really hate this. Alright, how's that? Because it shows that... No? That's what I meant. I can hear you now. Ah, there we go. Oh, I hate this. Every time I have to do something and I unplug something, it just... You unplug one thing, it F's with everything else. It's just the most frustrating gosh darn thing. And it's such a waste of my precious time, which is very expensive. So, a couple things. We started adjusting things here, and I just have way too many war games on top of a couple other things. And I found a whole bunch of Kickstarters. A ton of Kickstarters. So, I'm going to do one more auction probably the end of this week. I keep on saying one more, but I've got to get this stuff out of here. I'm just simplifying everything because I really just don't, you know, I just got to, for my own sanity. It's amazing though. I have a ton of war games that I just will never get rid of. Anything from Academy games there, Flying Pig games. I love that old school tactical. So I'm not going to get rid of any of that. So be ready. My daughter came up and helped me box some stuff up. So we're getting ready to do that because I want to start disassembling this table before it gets too hot out, and just get things in line. And I really want to get my Warhammer Quest 95 in such a nice order that because I'm going to be playing it a lot and taping it a lot. And if people watch it, that's fine. I'm just in a mentality where kind of a lot of newer stuff is garbage. But that's me, okay? And this kind of works into the whole title of things, is so many people want to die on the sword over some of these newer games, okay? And then 2 months later, nobody's thinking about these games. They don't have the shelf life of a Blood Bowl, of a Warhammer Quest, even a Gloomhaven, whether you like it or not. I could look around here and Robinson Crusoe. Dungeoneers, people still talk about that and play it and things like that. Battle War, the original, Ogre. These games have long lives, and when people start, looking at that BGG bullshit rating system, okay, because it is, and it's not Aldi's fault, it's not BGG's fault. It's when you leave something up to the people, they're gonna screw with it. They're gonna mess with it. They really are. And, whether it's the designer giving his game a 10, which, after a certain amount of time, if you have only 10 people and, 3 of the designers in the company give it a 10, well, it looks like it's a good game. Is it a good game? No, probably not. Okay, if the other ratings are mediocre. And it falls into this thing where we're going to talk about it, and I don't want to harp on this game because I already sent the game out. Dragon Eclipse. I kept on saying ellipse, but some guy starts giving me a hard time. Well, on BGG, everybody likes it. It's an 8.6. Okay, I don't give a fuck. I don't like it, okay? And when you start reading the comments, I go, well, it's okay for me to be wrong, okay? Just because just because the majority of the people like something, do we have to follow along like lemons? Oh, everybody's walking that way, so I guess we got to walk that way. No, I always walked my own path. I went to the right or I went to the middle, okay? I didn't have to follow everybody. And yet we do that. Okay? And when I started trying to figure that game out, it was long, it was boring, it was Pokemon, whatever. And a lot of those games are. I mean, the last game that's real, how many of these games stay in the top 50? Or people are talking about a couple of months later. They're not. And with Kickstarter and game founding, I find that people get so conditioned to get hyped up over minis. Because when I started looking at all the comments that had given this game a 10, now 10 means that it is on the level of games that are in the Hall of Fame. So you're talking on the level of a Monopoly, okay, even though you may not like Monopoly. But when you look at the comments, this game's a 10. The quality and the minis are gorgeous. The gameplay is okay. So that means it's a 10. And there were a bunch of those. And I went, okay, I'm not wrong. We have been conditioned, people have been conditioned to like games that are okay because nobody can come up with something so original and so great that it deserves to be in that upper echelon. There are a few games, don't get me wrong, that come along and people just go, wow, this is just fantastic. And it sticks around for a while. But they're far and few between. And we rate things and we want to throw ourselves on swords over again, because, well, how could you not like this? What don't you like about it? Everybody else likes it. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Well, everybody else likes it, so you should like it. No, I don't. There are things that are not rated very well that I love, that I like. It's called individuality. It's called freedom of thought, something we've lost a long time ago. Okay? There are popular comic books out there, and I can even go to that. There are popular comic books that are out there that people, oh God, this was such a touching story. And you go, huh? Okay, number one, you're reviewing it because you're trying to sell it. All right, number two, this isn't like the older stories. And, sometimes I think to myself, because I argue with myself, is it because the way I look at things, because I remember things better from my youth, which doesn't mean I'm 100% right. It's just things were a lot, I think people had a lot more individuality in creating things. And then, if I talk to my grandparents, they go, this is all shit. This is all horrible shit, because back in our day, it was even better than that. And I wonder, is it just me looking at today, or is it that we have been so conditioned that if we do not follow the norm, or what people want, if we are not correct, or politically correct, or whatever you want to call it, that we're wrong? Well, no, we're not wrong. We just believe in something else. That's what makes everybody different. And it's the stupidest thing on the frickin' planet. It is the dumbest thing on the planet that some of these insane people, and people are insane, politically, what does it matter? You have no control over it. Because you gave it up. They divided you, they crushed you, and they make you fight with each other so you can turn your head. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're left, right, whatever. I don't give a shit. Okay? But they've made it to the point where you are arguing with yourselves so much. You are arguing with your neighbor so much that they're allowed to run around and make whatever money and control whatever. This is what it becomes. And it filters down into every single aspect of people's lives. From video games, where you go play a video game and you got some kid on there screaming this, that, and the other because they're protected by a keyboard. Okay, comic books where people try to push certain agendas instead of just. I want to make sure I say this correctly, because a lot of times you deal with people that just can't comprehend certain things. Okay, I remember certain things as certain ways. Am I afraid of change? No. Okay. Am I afraid if you take my favorite character, kill him off, and replace him with somebody else? No. But tell a good story. Don't make it about an agenda. Okay? Hey, Matthew, thank you, my brother. Let's make that lizard sing and see if I can get a marked coin. Yeah, we will, but right now I'm kind of talking, so let's just get this one in. Let's get this one in before I get going too much. Nope. Did not get the marked corn. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, right off the bat. Well done, my man. Well done. Money and power are more important than creativity now. Yes. Or there were people, I really believe, and I try not to make, I don't want to sound like my grandparents or my great-grandparents. Well, sitting on, in that rocking chair and just telling you, how stupid I am. What I do want to do is, I see what they said. I understand now. because I started watching a lot more older movies. I saw a movie that I can't believe I did not see this movie. Okay, because I am a movie buff. I was a kid from the Northeast. I didn't have a lot of friends. I was stuck inside watching a lot of TV. Okay, and spending a lot of time, just kind of doing my own thing. Whether it's reading comic books or this and that. I mean, I played all kinds of sports when I warmed up and stuff like that, but, And I loved the spaghetti westerns, but I never saw Once Upon a Time in the West. Okay? With Charles Bronson, Henry Fonda, Jason Robart. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, 1968. I'm going, holy shit. This is great. I love this. I go, how did I miss this? How did I not see this? And it was at a time when I really believe, and my parents, because when I was a kid, I wasn't a big Western kid. Okay, I would have to sit there and watch it with my father and the war movies and stuff like that. And he'd tell me all kinds of stories. And he'd be like, yeah, sure, Dad, sure, Dad, sure, Dad. Sure, Grandpa, sure. Give me a Godzilla movie, right? And I didn't see it when they were telling it to me. And I don't think a lot of the younger people are going to see it as I'm telling them until a certain point. As I started going back watching older movies, Things to Come, I started My Gal Friday, which an old Cary Grant movie I saw a few weeks ago, which I absolutely loved. And I've been trying to take a night and just watch a lot of older stuff instead of this newer Mission Impossible 57, okay? Which Tom Cruise, I want to hate him, but I can't. And I'll tell you why I can't hate him. Number one, he did Legend. Okay. Number two, he did The Last Samurai, which was a great movie. Okay. So you kind of forgive him for volleyball scenes in Top Gun. 27 of those Mission Impossibles, which do not equate to anything the way the original TV show did. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work that way. Who's in trouble in there?
Your son and your grandson.
Oh, nice. They're at war already, and it's only...
Robbie pulled his dresser down.
Oh, awesome.
And Justin did something stupid.
Oh. 8:42. We're off to a good start. Yep. I heard yelling. So I knew my grandson was in trouble. I knew it wasn't my granddaughter. I knew it was my grandson. But getting back to the point I'm trying to make is that, as I watch these things, you see that people really had a passion. Did they want to make money? Yes. But when they grew up and they had a dream to be a screenwriter or to be something or do something, they did everything they could to fill that dream or their vision of what they had. Now people get into these things because it's about fame and money, just like my man said there. Okay? And it is about money and fame. That's all it is. YouTube. What are half the people? Half the people that like that one game, okay, 90% of them, not one person said how bad it was. Okay? Not that I know of. Okay? I don't watch a lot of channels. But I was trying to make sure that I understood the rules correctly and that this wasn't a pile of shit like I think it is. Okay? And I go, no, did that right? No, did that? Yeah, no, it took 2 hours just to set the thing up. I go, okay, what the hell's going on here? It's because people want their free games. People want to stay. Oh, it's doing this on BGG. Well, I better give it a good thing so people like me and don't push back against me and unsubscribe. Okay, that's the thought. It's not doing this because you love it so much. Okay, it is an unbelievable passion of yours. I told you why I did this. Okay, this was in honor to an uncle, and I'm tired at this point. I really am. Okay, it was something that, that I was having a lot of fun with. It was something outside the realm of who I am. To be able to, pick up a camera, okay, and, show the things that you like in life. It was just a different thing, and then it evolved and became what it is today, to the point where I kind of, I don't know, can I keep going? Should I keep going? I don't know, and that isn't just here in the YouTube board gaming world. It's in every aspect. Okay? When was the last time anything was original in Madden football? How much can you imagine just having the chutzpah and the balls to go, nah, we're gonna redo this whole damn thing. We're gonna make it like like the old retro games. We're just gonna make Madden 26 like this. No, they follow a formula because a certain amount of people will buy it every year, and it's to stay. There's no creativity. Maybe we'll make this Y button a new catch button. Okay, we're gonna concentrate on wide receivers this year. That'll be our big thing. Okay, let's go. Same boring thing. Haven't bought a Madden in forever. Call of Duty. When that first came out, it was ahead of its time. It was cool. It was so much fun. Now, Call of Duty in 97, okay? Every fall, there's Call of Duty. And you go, okay, can we... The graphics got better. Yeah, sure. But are we bored of the same old things? Are we setting ourselves up that mediocrity is okay? Okay? Because everybody runs out and buys it. That's the way I see it. It doesn't mean I'm right. This is my opinion. Comic books, same old formula. Well, let's have a big summer blockbuster. There was no such thing as summer blockbusters when I was a kid. Okay? There was a 4-part story which went over 4 months, and it stayed in one magazine. Maybe once in a while it'd go to, hey, you got to pick up Spider-Man 1, blah, 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 to get the, as part of this story. And you'd be like, and you would get it. You would fall for it. But now, you just write some half-baked story and call it a summer, vampires are going to take over the world. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's run with that. That would be our blockbuster. Mediocrity. And then if somebody makes a good story, then, they think they're, rock stars. Well, it's all about shock value. How many times can we kill somebody off? Let's kill Superman. Why? Money. Not, hey, you want to know something? We never push this guy to the limits. Why don't we do something like that? Hey, let's break Batman's back. Why? I don't know. Just sounds cool. All right? Oh, hold on. FIFA and Call of Duty, I don't see why people just keep buying them every single year. Retro Arcade fan, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And it's just the same old garbage. It's the same old garbage, and it's sad. Why do you think that a little game like Slay the Spire, not the board game, okay, but the video game, and then some of these small independent companies that come out with something that graphically isn't that good, but people go, oh my god, I can't stop playing this. Because it's something different. They decided to simplify things, make things where hey, let's make it about the gameplay, not the $1 million graphics. And they sell well, and people can't comprehend that. Okay, that's fun, but graphics aren't that good. Why do you think retro games are so popular right now? Why are they so popular? It's really easy. Okay, listen. Do I play NBL, Major League Baseball 26? No, I haven't played a Major League Baseball game in forever, since like 2002. Why? Because it's boring as shit. Okay, you're not giving me the fun and the gameplay. No, I cannot duplicate a real game. Now, would I like to have something that's fun and kept stats? Yes. I play Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball until my eyes bleed at times. Okay? I play Crossbow when you can get it to work with certain emulators. I play a lot of older games that I could just play over and over and over again, because they all mean something. There are some good games. Elden Ring, okay, it's hard as hell. Anything, okay. There are games with great stories. Baldur's Gate, very good story, okay. Those are good, but will I play Dungeon Master a million times? I almost know the dungeon by heart, the first 3 levels. Sure. But nobody takes that old school thing and just, put their story into it. I love the stories of some of these things, of fantasies, of, Bard's Tale, of Pool of Radiance. These were great, well thought out stories. Now it's just kind of, well, let's just, as long as we have a really big boss at the end. Yeah, let's go with that. Huh? The attention spans, the looking at your phones, all these things all add up to just settling for mediocrity. And it's showing. It shows in everything. Our elected officials, well, we'll settle for that because we don't like the other one. We don't fight back. We don't try to improve things. We are just lemmings. And if you don't follow what everybody else likes, well, then you've got to be wrong, because the majority is right. No, everybody's right. Everybody's right. But have a passion for something. We don't. We allow ourselves. That person has a right not to like something. The majority has a right to like something. But are we just doing it because there's nothing better? We don't strive as a whole for better? We don't expect better? Is that what it's become? Somebody puts out a game and they make beautiful miniatures in it. I guess it's got to be a great game because there's really great miniatures in it. I could proxy these for something else. Or are you doing like me, getting rid of a lot of it and going, you know what? I'm going to just keep playing the old stuff because it brings me enjoyment and it was well thought out. It isn't, oh, these are the most great. See, the problem was back in the old days, God, it makes me sound so old. Back in the old days, it was about, hey, this is about gameplay. But now it's about, you know, the science of fantastic quality, okay? Beautiful, beautiful things that when you see it on the board, it looks fantastic, and then you play it and you go, yeah, this was okay. You know? And then, you know, we just, it gets watered down. Everything gets watered down. You take a guy like Little Monk, okay? Warhammer Quest. Game that's been around forever. Love it to death. But why does Little Monk do what he does? Does he do it for money? No, you can donate to him. And you should donate to him. He does it because he has such a passion for that game. We don't have enough of those people that have that passion. We have really weirdos, okay, that can make decent games, but once they do, they think that's the time that they can push their political agenda because more people will listen because they made a good game. Does that make any fucking sense to you whatsoever? Is this where it's gone to? Is this where we're going to? Makes you wonder. You know, and even if they know they didn't make a good thing, they are going to scream at the top of their mountain, no, this is great. This is great. You need to play this because this is great. And now this tariff thing is exposing some of those people because they were living hand to mouth. Oh, how quick can we get the next game to Kickstarter? How quick can we get the next game to GameFound? Nothing stays the same. Everything changes. And you have to adapt to those changes. And I think I try to. And pick out the things. You have to be picky. And you have to take your time and research things and make sure that you get the right things for you. Not to follow the masses. Okay? What works for you? Because at the end of the day, it's your hard-earned dollar. Okay? Watch what you think is going to make you happy, and if it does, great. But none of us, not a single one of us, should settle for dribble. Okay? And think, well, that's the best we're going to get, so it's great, so I'm just going to go get it. If you force people and things to to really concentrate, you know something, we really got to try to put something together here if we want to stay in business, or you know, it's our dream to create something. If you have a vision, how many times have people had really some visions, some of them not so good, some of them you could tell the intention was to, well, I think I could take this element and that element and make something that you would really like. But then there's somebody that spent 10 years on something. I spent 10 years on this because it was a passion project of mine. Okay? And, you know, I could say that about Oathsworn. This was something that these guys spent a lot of time on. And it was a good game. And then you have a passion project where sometimes people don't get it. You know, they think they're getting it, and it's okay. You know, there's a lot of that. And, you know, a D100, 4 Against Darkness, Drifter series. You know, these are people that put their heart and soul into something that they believe in. And they don't have to go big. They go, you know what? Let me get my vision out there and see if the things I believe in are the right things. Or going to move some people out there the way this stuff moves me. Or because they're not doing it and going, man, I want to see if this will make a lot of money. Oh, I want to see if this will make a lot of money. We lose vision. We lose vision. And I think the more we dabble in technology, the more we lose that vision. Back in 2016, I was running multiple campaigns of Descent 2nd Edition. One of my friends said I should record the gameplay, and I said, "Are you crazy? I'm glad I didn't, but I enjoy your channel, Rob." Okay. Thanks. Let's take a look. I'm trying to figure that out. Okay. Maybe you should have. And then you would have seen what a pain in the ass this is and how hard it could be. Because everybody just thinks they can pick up well, you can. Anybody can pick up a camera and if you're willing to sit there and grind and it's up to you. Bazooka Joe. That's a cool name. I remember Bazooka Joe from the old penny candy. Bazooka bubblegum. Used to open it up and read a cartoon about Bazooka Joe. It was the most awful cartoon ever. But hey, it's still a cool name and brings back a lot of memory. You chew that game. I'd go play baseball down at the Little League thing. Everybody give you a bazooka gum. You read the comic and you chew it. And by the third inning, it was like paste in your mouth. It was the worst gum ever. Yeah, so I hope you all have a wonderful Memorial Day. Will things get better? I'm not here to talk just gloom and doom. There's a lot of good things out there. And hopefully I'm going to get down to the point where I'm going to be able to showcase those things. Because this is just a mess. But definitely, have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow is Memorial Day for those of you in America here. We remember, our soldiers that have given the ultimate sacrifice. For me, it's a very important day, of course. I have family that we've lost over the years in the military. And more importantly, I think a lot of us have. We have. I'm going to be getting things ready, and sometime this week I'll be on, and we'll just get. I just want this stuff out of here. I really do, so I can concentrate on things that I want to. I've been having a lot of fun with making different types of videos, the video game videos, which you'll see more of next week. The gameplay videos, which we'll see more of next week. And I've got one review left I've got to do, and then you're gonna see something pretty interesting. I mean, very interesting, because I'm getting screwed over, I think, and I want to make 100% sure before there is a big change in this channel, and I am not going to hold back one thing. Not one. And you may want, if you like drama and you like a little fire and a little gossip, you may want to be here next week. It's going to be interesting because I will be cutting a promo like none other. But we'll see how this week goes. I'm going to give people some grace and we'll see. So I don't take things lightly. That's for doggone sure. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I am going to go spend time with my very beautiful and gorgeous wife and just let her yell at me because I'm into that shit. Until next time, my dear friends, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody. This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.